Newsom stood up on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco and said, "It's a new day in California. Same-sex marriage is here to stay, whether you like it or not." Well, I don't like it, and it's not here to stay if we have anything to say about it. Our opponents in the media have painted this as a hate rally, a rally against a certain group of people. Our message today is not against people. God loves everyone. So we are not against people, but I will tell you there are some things that we are against. I am against activist judges taking away the right of individual voters. I am against the arrogance of those judges to legislate from the bench to overstep their power. If you want to know what I'm against our children being indoctrinated against the values of their parents. If this is not about education, then somebody explain to me why the California Teachers Association gave $1,250,000 in funds to stop Proposition 8. If this is not about taking away our rights, then listen to what the ACLU, who incidentally also gave $1,250,000 to defeat Proposition 8, what they said in a brief that they filed in the Massachusetts courts concerning a parent's right to opt their child out of these indoctrination classes. Here's what the ACLU says. They said, quote, "Specifically, the parents in this case do not have a constitutional right to override the professional judgment of the school with respect to the inclusion within the curriculum of the age-appropriate children's book, King and King, which is an illustrated story about two men marrying each other, which was taught to first graders in Massachusetts, which ends with an illustration of those two men kissing." If you want to know what I'm against any group that tells me that a school has more rights than I do as a parent over how my child is to be raised. Remember what Abraham Lincoln said, "This is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The people's voice must be heard." I don't know about you, but I thought that's why we left England 200 years ago, so that we would not be controlled by people in black robes. That's why we vote yes on 8. That's what I'm against. But now let me tell you what I'm for. I'm for the definition of marriage remaining as it has for thousands of years as a union between one man and one woman. I am for children having both a father and a mother. Freedom of religion, where pastors, rabbis, priests, and imams can stand and proclaim the traditions of their faith without the fear of retaliation from the government. Matter of fact, let me tell you, if Prop 8 does not pass, it could open the door for legislation that would label what we are doing here today as a hate crime and would outlaw such gatherings as this. That's why I'm voting yes on Proposition 8.
This Yes on 8 rally took place at Fresno City Hall. Rally organizers refused to let those with No on 8 signs step onto City Hall property. One No on 8 protester in a wheelchair told me he was pushed from behind and had his sign taken away. Yes on 8 supporters threatened, intimidated, and tried to cover up protesters' signs. From the podium they preached free speech, while at the back of the rally they denied No on 8 protesters their free speech rights.